everybody and welcome to my video getting tidier. I thought I'd start off just by sharing with you the video from yesterday. So you know I started off with 2 massive piles, now I've got 1 and a bit piles. So I was quite pleased what I did there, and I did it in quite a short period of time, and I cleaned the glass table with my vinegar, my new favourite thing. It's interesting, somebody said to me they can't use vinegar because it burns the inside of their nose, that they've got allergic rhinitis, is that how you say it? And my daughter came down the stairs and she said, oh, vinegar hurts my nose. There's a few other photographs here of some of the things that I'd done today, and then I start on the bedroom and all the pile of clean clothes that I need to put away. So there's a lot of work to do in this room, unfortunately. Lots of clean washing to put away, and the drawers are completely disorganised. So you know how I sorted my husband drawers into the filing method? I wanted to do the same with the drawers this side. So I started by taking everything out of them, which is incredible how much they hold. I found a few things that could be put in the bin or just go for rags, and I completely emptied them and then ordered them for different types of clothes that I wanted in the different drawers, and then I rolled them, folded them up, rolled them up, and the sort of the folding filing method doesn't cause them to be any more creased either, does it? I like it. And the interesting thing is also I did the suitcases like that. I did my suitcase like that. My daughter said that she wanted her suitcase like that, and then we took everything out of my husband's suitcase and I did his case like that too. You can actually see what you've got much easier than when things are all piled up. The only things I'm not sure is, what do you do with this filing method? What do you do with underwear and socks? Because you can't file them, can you? Is there a specific way that I should be putting those things in? Not really sure. But all the videos here, this took a long time because all these videos are timed by 5. So I was 5 times slower than what the video is actually showing. And then where I'm piling things up onto the bed, there are things that I plan to then take on holiday. So I went through this drawer and the other drawer. I've got piles of socks, odd socks. It seems to be the theme of clearing the drawers out, doesn't it? Piles of odd socks, because I've still got that odd sock bag. But one of my followers suggested that I use that for dusting the odd socks, and I thought, what a good idea. Dust, 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 and you could put it in the bin afterwards if you wanted, couldn't you? Or put it for rags. So I've changed the angle so you could see how I was taking everything out, and you can see the drawers are very deep. So my only worry is whether that filing method is going to get the same amount in it as if I'd piled it up a different way. I'm not quite sure. I like different soaps, usually Italian soaps in these drawers. I've got some nice sets, some peach soaps and some other sort of fruit smelling soaps. I like how they make your clothes smell. And then once I did the clear out of the drawers, as I said, I've got a big pile of socks that I need to sort out. But I did do quite a lot there. And then I move on to doing some work in the kitchen. And also I put all the washing out, because I put it all on the radiators, but then my husband's turned the heating off because we're due to go away on holiday. And I decided it wasn't a good idea to leave damp washing on cold radiators. I thought that they might smell that horrible damp smell. So I took them all off and I hung them on the dryer. So I just wanted to give you a quick update on some of my followers' comments. So Como Rebiha 1169 couldn't believe that I mentioned Sienna. I talked in one of my videos a few days ago about Siena. Now, Siena is in Italy. Interesting, because I once knew a little girl called Siena. Siena is an absolutely beautiful town near Tuscany. And we went there before, in Tuscany, we went there before my daughter was born. And by chance, the Palio was on. And we hadn't realised, and it was really quite incredible. But she said, oh, I was born in Siena. It's crazy to hear about it in an English video on YouTube because it's such a small town. Beautiful though. And what she suggested was, don't worry about doing a whole room in one go. As April from Space Maker Method said, you need to work on decluttering muscles day by day, and it gets easier and better and quicker. Simone said, you're doing a brilliant job. I'm loving seeing you get so much done, and I find it so inspiring. Thank you for that comment. And I just wanted to also share with you, Jenny and Karen, they were saying about the snow they're expecting. So Karen is in Canada and she's expecting 20 centimetres overnight. Wow, what fun. Can you make snowmen with that snow? What I couldn't quite believe is when we went right up Lapland way, you couldn't make snowmen with the snow. And I thought that you could make snowmen with any snow, but apparently you can't. And then Jenny, she was also expecting snow here in Kung Saw. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. But she said it was coming down in small amounts of snow yesterday, but it disappeared as soon as it landed on the ground. But it's freezing cold and windy, and the warm spring weather has not arrived yet. She said that she's really looking forward to it. I think everyone's looking forward to spring, aren't they? Those of us that are waiting for spring weather. Here in England, it's been quite bright this morning, but it's quite cloudy now, and we're definitely getting the April showers. So we've had 2 sudden downpours. It's come down really, really heavy. Really heavy. Someone said about my husband not being tidy and leaving things around, and my daughter leaving plates. And then someone else said, well, it's kind of like we're all different, aren't we? And Laura was saying about her husband being really, really tidy, but not really doing much in the kitchen. I am lucky. I very rarely do any breakfast. Very rarely, like maybe once in the last 6 months. Maybe for my husband's birthday is probably the last time that I did breakfast. And I don't very often do lunches, and I probably do half the dinners. So I'm okay with him leaving the odd plate around, because he does do a lot of food. So thank you for making that point. That's a point well made. Also, we got a comment from Kimmy Stewart, was saying that she's from New Mexico but originally from Chicago. So I really do think I've got nearly all the states covered. It's quite incredible. And a few more English counties that are covered as well. And I just went past a video where I showed you my 2 finished drawers, and then also someone asked, well, what are your husband's drawers like? Are they all tidy in the filing method still? And I said, I'm sorry to say that neither of us have put any clothes away, and I've not looked in there. So I opened them up. One was still in quite a good situation, just everything's obviously been taken out and nothing's been put back in. And the other was starting to look a little bit untidy. But my husband said that was literally just because he'd been taking things out for holiday. I'm sorry the audio's not so good today. I'm actually in the car. And we're on the way to my in-laws. So we're in Norfolk today. We've had a couple of days around the countryside in Norfolk, which has been really lovely. So you can see that I'm in the kitchen. I put a load of washing on, so there's things that I wanted to get ready and washed for holidays. Wanted to make sure that all the washing up is done, the milk bottles are put outside, and all the side is clear. And I've left for holiday, and the kitchen is the tidiest and cleanest I think it's been for, well, you know, before we've gone on holiday, for years, if ever. I mean, sometimes I've left cutlery in the sink and not been able to sort things out. So that'd be nice when I come back. There won't be loads and loads of things piled up and work to do. So I'm really looking forward to getting my little video stands, because I do sometimes spend a few minutes trying to position my camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. This clearly isn't a very good image, is it? Chopped off my head, can't see all of the kitchen side. So I'm hoping that my camera stand and my light stand will really make it much easier. I won't waste time sort of setting it up, and you'll be able to see through things. Don't forget that when I get to 2,000 subscribers, I am going to go through the junk drawer in the kitchen. So I've got still about 70 more followers to follow me. So I've got a little bit of time to psych myself up to clear out the junk drawer. I probably last did the junk drawer about 4 years ago, and it's got so bad that we can hardly open it and hardly close it. And the only things really I go to that drawer for are chopsticks and pairs of scissors. So you can just see me finishing off in the kitchen. The washing machine's going for, although unfortunately I stood for about 15 minutes and I'd realised that I'd not put the washing machine on. The trousers on the floor, I'm not sure what to do with them. You know the Holly Run or Holy Run, where they throw all the coloured dust, cornflour, that I said that my daughter had done. They're white trousers with marks of that colour on. And I don't know whether to put them on a whitewash or a coloured wash. I'm thinking a whitewash, but maybe by themselves, which I don't really like putting things as one item by itself. It seems like such a waste of water. But maybe I haven't got a choice, because if I put them with all the other white things, maybe the other white things will go pink, which I obviously don't want to happen. I like my whites being very white. Anyway, I hope you're all well. Thank you very much for watching all the video. Thank you for your comments, your support, your ideas. Very much appreciate them. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!